welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Now, supply chain financing platform Cashinvoice has raised $3.4 million in a Series A funding round, which was led by HDFC Bank and others. Now, the company says this capital will help it strengthen the existing business and facilitate the launch of new products across the supply chain finance ecosystem. Now, since its inception in 2019, Cashinvoice has achieved break-even by facilitating disbursement of more than 15 lakh invoices and has more than 3,000 MSMEs on its platform. Arun Pujari, the CEO and co-founder of Cashinvoice, joins us now to tell us more about the company. Arun, welcome to Startup Street. Very briefly for our viewers, tell us about this $3.4 million of funding, what you plan to do with this capital.
Sure. Thanks, Ritu, for having me on your channel. So this particular round would be more. So this is a strategic round. It's not any normal round from a investment perspective. So the match, what we were looking at was the India largest private sector bank, which is HDFC Bank coming in. So there's a lot of synergy which we think would come on board. So our idea is co-product development. So that's a major area which we would be getting in. The reach would be provided by HDFC Bank. The product expertise and tech expertise will be brought in by Cashinvoice on the table. And that is where we see the real expansions and the real value coming out of this proposition.
Okay, like you said, it is a strategic investment, right? Because you've been engaged with HDFC Bank for the last 2 years to digitize the supply chain. So with this current investment, which you call strategic, what more are you expecting from this partnership?
Yeah, so prima facie, if you really look at it, is our growth trajectory. So the last 4 years into business, we have around 75 key anchors. Small corrections, we have more than 5,000 MSME customers who do businesses with us on a platform on a monthly basis. So what we foresee is, maybe HDFC Bank is the largest private sector bank in the country today, and there will be hardly any corporates who wouldn't be working with HDFC. So our idea was supply chain offering, which is key to any large corporates, the fundamentals of cash flow management per se. If you could offer through HDFC Bank to their customers, that would really bring in a big strategic value for both Cashinvoice as well as HDFC Bank.
Okay, Arun, you claim to have disbursed about 15 lakh invoices. Since you started operations, you have more than 3,000 MSMEs on the platform. What next from here on? How do you plan to scale?
So a bit difference in our model is, we have our own acquisition team where we get in touch with an anchor and get them onboarded. So this number seems to be or would be multiplied maybe by 6 times or 8 times in the coming year with all the strategic thing coming getting in place. Fundamentals or our prime focus area would be to get this alignment in place in the next 3 months of time, so that we have the entire full year to get this up from a strategic written perspective.
Okay, I also read that you're targeting about $2.4 billion of loan, or rather 2.4 billion of loan disbursals via your platform in partnership in the next financial year. That's a big number you're targeting. Tell us how you're planning to go about this.
Yeah, Ritu, if you have seen our growth trajectory, the numbers, so these are some realistic numbers which we have taken in our strides, given the players who have got associated with us. So currently for the anchors which we do, so beyond HDFC Bank, we also partner with 25 financial institutions, including all three. So the offering which we have for our anchors, it's seamless. And the depth which we have in terms of our offering creates a great value for our anchor and creates a great value for in terms of the returns which they foresee getting associated with Cashinvoice. So we are only platform in the country which provides all three threads: platform as an option, cards as an option, banking and an anchor to use their own treasury as an option. So the depth which we have, that is one. The collaboration which we have, that is two part to it, and obviously we see a huge pipeline in a near future which will help us to get these numbers achieved.
Okay, you've already achieved break-even, but if you could give us a sense of what the current profit and revenue figures are like before we ask you about the target for the next few years.
So we would be closing this year with $1.5 million of our revenue, when we foresee to multiply by 4 times the next financial year coming in. So break-even is already, as in we have achieved our break-even. Yeah. So from here, So this particular round was more of a strategic round, as I did mention to you. So maybe next 6 to 8 months we'll be coming up with a bigger round, which will have a purpose of maybe having getting getting an entry into multi-country model per se. So right now we are highly focused on India. We are highly focused on this strategic investment which has happened. We just want to use this time movement, to get our footing right, get our product proposition right, get our implementation right, get our strategic value in place, so that we don't lose out on any time and opportunity which comes along with this particular investments.
But before we let you go, Arun, over the longer term, what is your plan for Cashinvoice as a company? Any new revenue streams you're looking to target? Any longer term, ambitions you have for the company?
Yeah, for now I'll keep it short in terms of we are taking 2 years horizon from here. So we would be a profitable company next financial year. We have one more bigger round coming up that has global footprints marked around. But right now, as I said, so the priority is to get the initiatives which we have in place, so that we really are highly focused on India right now, as I said.
Okay, Arun, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining in.